Mason Nation. It's Wednesday, February 5th, and welcome back to Mason Cable News. I'm Ashley Hill.
And I'm Tyler Byram.
So, it is a new year, new time for our show, which is pretty interesting. How's your year going?
Well, with the semester starting and everything, things are finally catching up, doing all the work that I don't want to do. But, yeah, it's pretty stressful, to say the least.
Well, on Tuesday, January 28th, President Obama delivered his State of the Union address. Several prominent topics were discussed during this one-hour televised broadcast, including minimum wage improvements on providing health care, immigration reforms, a different approach to both the war on terror and the war currently ongoing in Afghanistan, as well as improvements to the education system. When addressing this issue of minimum wage, Obama called to raise minimum wage to $10.10, arguing not only is it the right thing to do, but it will support the economy. Several responses were made to the speech, including the Republican Party response made from Representative Kathy McMorris Rogers. In addition, Utah Senator Mike Lee addresses Obama's State of the Union on behalf of the Tea Party Express.
In the fall of 2014 semester, on-campus students will have the opportunity to experience a new type of housing that no other students at Mason have experienced before. George Mason University officially passed a new option for upperclassmen living on campus to live with people from the opposite sex. This new option is called flexible housing, and if students are interested, they must fill out a separate application from the normal housing agreement. Afterwards, a student must then sit down and interview with a resident life staff member for reasons why they are interested, so all parties know what they are signing up for. This new gender-neutral option is specifically geared for siblings wishing to live together, those who feel more comfortable around the opposite sex, transgendered students, and please note that this is not intended for students in relationships to live together on campus. This is merely a new experience for a real-life situation like flexible housing.
The internet at Mason seems slightly terrible itself with trying to constantly maintain a steady connection. But could you imagine having to pay to stream YouTube videos at full speed, or even for paying for things like Facebook? Well, in 2010, the Federal Communications Commission approved a set of rules to keep companies from playing favorites and keeping the internet open. The Federal Appeals Court in mid-January this year ruled that although the FCC still has the right to make rules for the web, the FCC does not have the right to enforce such rules. Congress soon could settle this issue with a clearly set law and eventually move it to the Supreme Court if the FCC decides to appeal the ruling.
Last week, George Mason University spent time remembering the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. Several events included a night dedicated to the memory of Dr. King, and the presentation of the Spirit of King Awards were held last week. The week of remembrance concluded with a March for Equality that was held last Sunday in the early afternoon. After several speakers talked about equality, the group marched around Patriot Circle. Be on the lookout for a video recap of the event on Mason Cable Network's YouTube page. And now for your event rundown.
Hey Mason, this goes out to all those basketball fans out there. The men's basketball team will be playing Dayton at 7 p.m. later tonight at the Patriot Center. Dayton is Mason's A-10 rival, and everyone planning to go should expect an awesome game.
Another crucial sporting event on the GMU campus is the men's volleyball team playing against Ball State. The game will happen at the RAC Gym on Friday at 7 p.m. The team has just come off an exhilarating win against the University of Puerto Rico. Fans of excitement should definitely support the team on Friday.
We still have one more amazing event for you to attend. Mason will have its first Indian dance competition on Saturday in the Harris Theater from 8 to 9 p.m. 9 teams will have a fierce battle of dance for a prize of $1,000. Anyone who loves dance and has no plans for Saturday night should check this out.
Here is your week in Mason Cable Sports. This weekend, Mason Cable Sports will bring you two men's volleyball matchups against Ball State and Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne, also known as IPFW. The first game will be on Friday night at 7 o'clock as Jack Wilson, who leads the Patriots in kills, plans to continue Mason's 4-game winning streak. The second game will be on Saturday night at 7 as the Patriots will wrap up their 5-game homestand with a heavy reliance on their bench, like sensation Paco Velez and freshman Radoslav Popov. Both these games will be broadcasted live on Mason Cable Network Channel 231 on campus and on Patriot Vision on GoMason.com. Both Tyler Resch and myself will be behind the mic, so make sure to tune in. Finally, tonight the men's basketball team will face Dayton in their final home game before homecoming. Tonight, both teams are trying to turn their respective seasons as once March Madness favorites. Dayton are 2-5 in conference and 14-8 on the year. The Patriots' woes in conference have been regularly documented on TV and across all social media sites as we are struggling in our first year in the Atlantic 10. Despite everything, this team is one win away from turning it all around and ending the season on a good note. They have been in every game so far this season, with chances to win in the end, but the ball not always bouncing in our favor. If you don't believe me, check out the recent article put on Bleacher Report by former MCN star Cody Norman, and you will see that I'm not alone in my thinking. Anyways, after this broadcast, make sure to run over to the Patriot Center to root on the team with a tip-off at 7.
I wear pink in support of my aunt, who is currently battling with breast cancer.
I wear pink in memory of my grandmother, Dorothy Dawson.
I wear pink to fight for the cure.
Pink is important to me because I've lost family members to breast cancer, and I have a few who are battling breast cancer also.
I wear pink in support of my best friend's mom, Michelle Crawford, who survived breast cancer.
I wear pink to support Alethea Briscoe, who won her fight against breast cancer.
I wear pink to increase awareness.
I wear pink in memory of Karen Sneed Lee, who lost her battle to breast cancer.
I wear pink to support all the women battling against breast cancer.
I wear pink to raise awareness, not just in America, but the entire world.
I wear pink to support my grandmother who won the battle against breast cancer.
I wear pink for my cousin Jackie, who recently passed away from breast cancer, and for all the families fighting against breast cancer.
Join us as we play for Kay on February 8th at 2 p.m.
And don't forget to wear pink.
Let's win this fight against breast cancer.
And now for your tweets of the day.
Our first one is from GMU Squirrels, which usually makes an appearance here. Walking in a winter wonderland.
And also from the club football team, congratulations to Ray Niederhausen for being named on the NCFA Academic All-American team. Very
nice. Well, that's all we have for today. Come catch us again next week at our new time. I'm Ashley Hill.
And I'm Tyler Byram. See you next time, Mason.